saw two kids fighting over basketball. They're like, fighting over and just walking by, and one of them just goes, and just pulls it, and the other one goes, that's why your mom's in a fucking wheelchair.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm Weronika.
And I'm Waldemar.
And I don't know who we're watching today, but I see it's Donald Glover thinks kids are shady. And I too think kids are shady, so I'm into it. But I've not heard about this guy.
You've seen him in a movie, definitely.
In which movie?
In Martian.
Who is he in Martian?
Oh, he has a small part. He plays the guy who come up with the idea of how to get the main character, Matt Damon, from the Mars quicker.
Okay, I'm not gonna pretend.
He plays like this nerdy character, but he's like he's so cool. He's nerdy, but he's like, no, I don't think so.
I've seen The Martian, but this is me with movies.
And now I have a little bit of a, how do you say it? Like I'm...
An epiphany?
No. I have mixed things in my head. Because I remember seeing Martian in the cinema when it came out and seeing this scene when Donald Glover characters comes up. And I was like, oh, I know this guy. I think I seen a stand-up of his. But I just checked, and this video that we are seeing, which I have seen already, and it's like, I think it's the only stand-up clip of Donald Glover I have seen. And here it was uploaded in 2020.
Could it just be re-uploaded?
I hope so, because if not, then I need to go to the doctor. Because I don't...
Or you can see into the future.
I don't think I have seen any other Donald Glover's stand-ups. I've seen this one and it's very good. So I wanted to show you and to ask you for recommendations if you have any more that are also good. I don't think he is like a very popular stand-up comedian. I know that he is doing movies now, mainly. So I don't know if he has more of famous clips. But yeah, that's how I remember things. I remember seeing Martian and remembering Donald Glover from the stand-up.
Well, you must be correct then. You must have seen him somewhere. And I see him now on the sidebars, and I think I do remember the face. But I haven't seen this clip for sure.
Right.
Let's see what he has to say about kids.
You ready?
You know, I think people don't like rap nowadays because they say it has like a bad influence on kids. Like they have like a bad influence on kids. And I grew up with a bunch of kids. Like my mom ran a daycare, and we had foster kids, and we had adopted kids. I know kids pretty well, and I've got to be honest, kids are pretty fucked up anyway. They're
True.
awful people. They're tiny, tiny little Hitlers. All
True.
They're all awful. No, seriously, the thing that makes everybody in here a good person is empathy and sympathy. That's when you learn, like, oh, I'm not gonna punch that person, because if he punched me, I wouldn't like that, so yeah. When you learn that, that's what makes you a good person. Kids don't have that yet, so they're awful, awful people. They're terrible people. They don't have it yet. That's honestly. You ever see those kids in the supermarket? They're just walking around and just like,
Too often.
they're just screaming, and their mom's like, Zachary, I mean it, Zachary, remember Zachary? Remember? The dolphin, remember? Remember we made the secret word? That means you need to behave. Dolphin's the word, and I just said it, so you need to behave. You understand? You understand? Huh? Okay, like the kid's gonna be like, oh, you're right, we did agree upon that. I'm gonna stop pissing in this Nutella jar and really start behaving.
I don't know where this period ends in human life, but when I remember the primary school, it's like exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like it's the worst period. I remember things that we were saying to each other, like a kid to a kid, and when I think about it today, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and like kids
how is this possible?
Kids that were bullied in school, and like I didn't actively bully anyone, but I also didn't, object to anything, because you're just like, yeah, that's what it's good. And the worst thing is that teachers do it too. So you think it's really normal, and then I go back in my thoughts to those years, and I'm like, How could we? I remember there was a girl that like never spoke because she was super shy, and everyone was laughing at her whenever she spoke that she should speak up, and then everyone was laughing whenever she said something, so she stopped saying everything. And the teachers, they were laughing too. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Why were we like
I
that?
remember it too. Also, the teachers laughing at students.
Yeah.
We had a guy in my class. He was the only fat kid, but he wasn't even that fat. He was just not even fat, to be honest. Just we were all skinny because we were all skinny kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he also wore glasses, and he was the only person in class who wore glasses.
Double
And
kill.
he was fucked, like totally fucked.
Yeah, but we had a nickname for a kid who was overweight, and the teachers were using this nickname too.
Yeah, the same thing with this guy. I remember one teacher was making jokes about this guy on every class we had with him. Every week, this guy would come, start the class, and make a fun out of this guy.
Yeah, it's almost like these teachers have no friends, and the only people they can seem cool to are those 7 and 8 years old. So they're like, haha, look, I'm making fun of this 8-year-old.
I remember this. I don't know if you're interested in all those stories, but we have probably two second-hand shops where you can buy clothes.
Clothes, yeah.
And in my class, all our parents were going to those shops and buying clothes for us, basically for everyone.
Yeah.
But I remember it was like a 5th grade or something, or 4th grade, and suddenly it became something to be ashamed of. And someone said to someone that he dresses in a second-hand shop, and everyone was like, ha 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 ha. And then for like a month, there was nothing else. Everyone was laughing at everybody, pointing at your shoes, pointing at your shirt, and it was a mess. Like, people were crying, there were some dramas, and then one of the teachers, he was a psychologist or something, and she came to the classroom to have a talk, and she just asked, raise your hand if your parents never go to those shops to buy your clothes. And no one raised a hand, and that was it. It just died.
That's a really good story. He needs teachers like that.
Let's continue.
Old. He doesn't know. He can't even talk. He can't even talk. He doesn't speak English yet. If that's the thing, like when they're like going like and they're screaming and they're spitting and they're screaming at their mom, they're not saying anything. That's because they don't know words yet. If they could talk, they'd be cursing their mom out.
Yes, for sure.
They'd be like, oh yeah, mom, I'm just gonna eat this cookie for dinner. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this cookie for dinner. It's not a big deal. I'm just gonna eat this cookie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you fucking bitch! You knew I wanted that cookie for dinner and you put it somewhere I couldn't reach it. You're dead. You're fucking dead. I'm gonna tell Dad and he's gonna beat the living shit out of you. Dad, this cunt that you married put a cookie somewhere I couldn't reach it. Fucking kill her. I'll wait. That's what's in a kid's head. Kids are awful. Kids are awful. You wanna know a testament to how awful kids are, how terrible kids are? I was walking down the street in LA. I was walking down the street from my restaurant, from one of my favorite restaurants, and I had like a bag full of food. And it's right across the street from school. And I saw 2 kids fighting over basketball. They're like, fighting over and just walking by. And one of them just goes, and just pulls it. And the other one goes, that's why your mom's in a fucking wheelchair. And I dropped my shit. I was like, what? You can say that? You can say those words in that order and you don't explode? Like the people police don't come down from the sky like, oh, I'm sorry, this person's a demon. I didn't even know. I don't know how he got out. That's the most awful thing in the world. Nobody in this room could get away with it. If you went to work tomorrow and it was like, hey man, Dave is being a real jerk today. Yeah, I know, what's going on? I don't know, but that's why his mom's in a fucking wheelchair. All right, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Basketball later? No basketball later. I'm not playing with a monster. Tiny Hitlers.
Yeah, it's short.
Really nice.
It's short, but he was really funny. Like, in those 4 minutes.
It was really packed. Also, like his energy and like
Yeah.
yeah. Is he quite young or does he just have like young energy?
I think he's quite young, but I mean...
It's just a change for us usually using...
Nowadays he's like 40.
No, okay, then let's not check because I don't want to know. But yeah, it's a change from, I'm not saying we're watching old men, but older people, and I don't know, it was just felt refreshing overall.
Yeah, it's always good to to find a new comedian who is new and you're like, oh, so that's what I'm gonna watch for the next 10 years.
Yeah, but it's really funny.
Because like you're saying, I started watching stand-up like 14 years ago. Something like that, and it was all the same faces. Like the people I'm watching today, people for whose specials I'm waiting are the same guys. And it would be cool, to find someone new, someone who is... I mean, there are some guys like Andrew Schultz comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. We have one video of him on the channel if you want to check it out. Yeah. You watched the video about Ted Bundy?
Yeah. So that's like something... for me, that always makes me happy, like this revelation. I found someone and like, oh, that guy is hilarious. And then it's... But to be honest, for the... Shane Gillis is like our exploration? Our discovery.
Yes, discovery. Yeah,
here on
thanks
this
to you.
channel. Thanks to you. And he is really funny.
I like the female one, Tamilson as well. We haven't watched her on the channel because I tried to watch her and both videos were blocked. I could probably dispute it, but it just felt a bit... Like if they don't want to, then they don't want it to be watched.
She is pretty funny,
she's like, yeah.
But she is definitely like a comedian who is a comedian for women. Like I think women find her more funny than men.
I think so, but that's why it's such a nice experience.
Yeah, I guess.
It's
but
cool
she's
as a
also
woman
funny for me.
Yeah, because she talks about like tough childhood and stuff. So that's funny stuff. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching with us and thanks for showing me this one. I think we can definitely see some more clips.
Yeah,
it would be good.
Like I said at the beginning, if you can recommend some more clips of his, then we would gladly see them. We see some recommendations here on the screen on the right corner.
Yeah, but it's not always representative of what you want to see the most, so it would be great if we could have your input, and also your likes and your subscriptions. Impact on our channel as we grow when you subscribe and you like comment. Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.